Baruch haba! Welcome once again to the Hebrew portion of the Torah Club CD. The portion name for this week is Ki Tisa, and it means when you elevate. Turn with me to page 21 in our Jot and Tittle workbook. Let's look quickly for a moment at the sheen in the word tisa. Now remember, the sheen can make a hard or a soft sound. This week, the dagesh, or the vowel marking, is above the left side of the sheen, which means that it's going to make the sound s. Therefore, the name of the portion is not Ki Tisha, rather Ki Tisa. I would like to begin by reading for you Exodus 30, verses 11 and 12. V'yedaber Adonai el Moshe לאמור, Ki tisa et rosh bnei Yisrael, livkudehem v'natnu ish kofer, nafsho la'Adonai, bifkod otam, v'lo ihyeh behem negef, bifkod otam. And it means, and Adonai spoke to Moshe, saying, Ki tisa, when you elevate the heads of the son of Israel in counting them, then will give man a covering for his soul to Adonai when counting them, so there won't be among them a plague when counting them. Now, the portion looks kind of long as we glance at it in the Torah scroll there, but actually, it's not too bad. In fact, the second from the last line and the last line repeat one another. And the first line I'm sure you're familiar with by now. V'yedaber Adonai el Moshe le'amor. And spoke Adonai to Moshe, saying. Let's go through it one more time. I'll slow down a little bit and you can repeat after me. V'yedaber Adonai el Moshe le'amor. Ki tisa et rosh bnei Yisrael. Good job. See, you're familiar with bnei Yisrael, and you're also familiar with rosh. Do you remember that's a word from our very first lesson, Bereshit? It means head, rosh, bnei Yisrael, the heads of the sons of Israel. The next word, livkudehem, which means in counting them, v'natnu ish kofer nafsho la'Adonai, and will give man a covering for his soul to Adonai. Do you recognize the kaf, pei, resh there? It's the same word used in the word Yom Kippur, or Yom HaKippurim, which means atonement or covering. Also used in this context for covering, a covering for his soul to Adonai. Bifkod otam, when counting them, velo ihyeh behem negef, and will not be to them a plague, or among them a plague. And the last line, same as the line before, bifkod otam, when counting them. Very good. Now, let's go to the related words quickly. We have nasa isha, which means to take a wife. Nasui, which means to be married. Nasa yado, to take an oath. Naso libo, which means to volunteer. Nasa neshek, to carry arms or weapons. Nasi, which is a ruler or a chief. And then we have some phrases that we probably would not use even in modern day Hebrew, but I will say them for you anyway. Nasa et rosh ha'anashim, to take a count or a census of the people. Nasa et rosh ploneh, to raise, elevate, or pardon. And nasa et rosh ploneh me'alav, which means to be head. All right, let's close out our portion for this week by reading again together Exodus 30, verses 11 and 12. Try to read along if you can. Let's begin. Ve'yedeber Adonai el Moshe le'amor, Ki Tisa et rosh bnei Yisrael, lifkudehem, ve'natnu ish kofer, nafsho la'Adonai. Bifkod otam, ve'lo yihye behem negef, ifkod otam. Yofi! Great! Good work! Keep up your studying, and I'll see you later. Lihitrot!